Most power announces itself, with noise, with force, with spectacle. Marcus Aurelius did the opposite. He ruled the most powerful empire on earth, yet left behind no manifesto, no speeches meant for history, no attempts to shape his image. What survived were private notes, written at night, never intended to be read. They weren't about conquering others. They were about controlling the self, how to remain steady when surrounded by chaos, how to think clearly when pressure never stops, how not to be consumed by power while holding it. This is not a story of dominance, it's a psychological profile of restraint, a study of mental discipline under pressure, and why Marcus Aurelius believed the greatest battle was always internal. Marcus Aurelius was shaped early by responsibility. Adopted into Rome's imperial succession, his future was decided long before he chose it. From childhood, he was trained not for freedom, but for duty. His education was strict and continuous. Rhetoric, logic, ethics, philosophy. But more important than what he studied was what he learned to expect. No illusion of permanence, no assumption of comfort, no belief that power would make life easier. Stoic philosophy entered his life as preparation, not inspiration. Before he ever ruled an empire, Marcus Aurelius was taught a quieter skill: how to endure expectation without letting it distort the mind. When pressure mounted, Marcus Aurelius didn't escape outward. He escaped inward. His journals, later known as meditations, were not written for insight or beauty. They were written for correction, short reminders, blunt observations, mental rehearsals. He trained himself to separate events from interpretation, to notice emotion without obeying it, to treat adversity as information, not offense. This wasn't emotional suppression. It was emotional organization. By repeatedly returning to first principles, Marcus Aurelius built an inner environment that remained stable, even when the outer world demanded constant reaction. Marcus Aurelius believed that unexamined reactions were dangerous: anger, fear, pride, not enemies, but signals. He practiced pausing before judgment, questioning his own impulses, responding only after clarity returned. When insulted, he reminded himself, "This is sound, this is opinion, this is temporary." When frustrated, he reduced the moment to its smallest truth. Self-regulation became his defining strength, not control over others, but control over reflex. In a role where emotional missteps could ripple across millions of lives, calm wasn't admirable. It was essential. Marcus Aurelius did not expect life to cooperate. He expected resistance. War pressed at the borders. Plague spread through cities. Political tension never rested. None of this shocked him. Instead of wishing events were different, he focused on responding well to what existed. Difficulty wasn't injustice. Pain wasn't failure. Reality simply was. By accepting circumstances fully, he conserved energy. No wasted outrage, no bargaining with fate, only deliberate action within the limits of control. Marcus Aurelius thought by reduction. Strip the moment down. Remove exaggeration. See what remains. Fame became noise. Insults became vibrations of air. Death became a process, not a catastrophe. This was not detachment. It was clarity. By shrinking events mentally, he prevented overwhelm. By simplifying interpretation, he reduced fear. His thinking wasn't poetic. It was functional, designed to keep the mind operational when emotion would otherwise cloud judgment. Simplicity was not minimalism. It was survival. Marcus Aurelius ruled during sustained crisis. There was no pause, no recovery period, no clean victory. Pressure was constant, but he didn't seek escape through excess or distraction. He didn't soften difficulty to protect comfort. Pressure became training. Each challenge was an opportunity to practice steadiness, to apply philosophy under real conditions. He believed adversity revealed character. It didn't create it. When pressure stripped away illusion, Marcus Aurelius wanted discipline to remain. Despite holding absolute power, Marcus Aurelius refused tyranny. He chose law over impulse, process over revenge, duty over ego. This restraint was intentional. Power tests whether someone can say no to themselves. Marcus Aurelius believed losing internal control was more dangerous than losing political authority, so he held himself to stricter standards than anyone around him. Not because he had to, but because discipline, once abandoned, spreads quickly. Mental discipline carried a cost. Marcus Aurelius lived with constant self-scrutiny, limited indulgence, few outlets for emotional release. His writings reveal fatigue, moments of doubt, a quiet loneliness behind responsibility. He didn't romanticize leadership. He endured it. Stability came at the expense of comfort. Clarity came with emotional distance. But he accepted the trade consciously. For Marcus Aurelius, inner order mattered more than ease. This mindset is rare because it's demanding. It requires delayed emotion, continuous correction, responsibility without applause. Most people seek relief. Marcus Aurelius sought alignment. Most react instinctively. He responded deliberately. Mental discipline removes shortcuts. It eliminates excuses. It offers no external reward. There is no audience for restraint, no recognition for calm. That's why few choose it, and why those who do stand apart quietly. Marcus Aurelius offers a simple principle. Events don't disturb the mind. Interpretation does. Discipline isn't restriction, it's clarity. Strength isn't force, it's steadiness. Pressure doesn't have to fracture the mind, it can train it. Resilience is built daily. Through restraint, through honesty, through acceptance, the same mental framework that stabilized an empire can stabilize a single life, without spectacle, without noise. Marcus Aurelius never chased legacy. He chased composure. His power faded. His empire changed. History moved on. But his discipline remains. Not because it promises greatness, but because it teaches steadiness when greatness is demanded. In the end, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the strongest mind is not the loudest. It's the one that remains calm when everything else demands reaction.